Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and do another knife sort of evaluation here. It's going to be really, really quick. Disclaimer, I am new to pocket knives. The way I usually evaluate a knife is why I bought it, things you should know, and overall thoughts. Okay, so this knife is called the Boker Lil Lambfoot. That's what it's called. And it looks like this. I thought, okay, so why did I buy it? I just thought it looks really cool in terms of design. It's like it reminds me of a lot of Jesper Voxnaes' sort of designs, but it's not made by Jesper Voxnaes, and it's very, very portable. Okay, things you should know. So actually, there's a lot of flaws with this knife, but I still am going to keep it because there are some things about it that I do like. But the first thing I want to say, it's very easy, even for me, to deploy this one-handed. But when you want to unlock it, I feel like you have to pretty much two-handed, unless like
options. Can I do it with one hand? Yes. Nice slow roll. Now I
don't know. It's not easy to go, flip back and forth. The second thing you should know is that the metal here is cheap steel. So there's different tiers of steel. This is actually more on more cheap steel. It's not like as bad as like super cheap steel, but it's pretty cheap. Other thing you should know is that basically on the edges here, like just on the edges, it's not sharp, but it's it's not as smooth as like usual. The third thing is this is not a Jesper Voxnaes design, even though it looks a lot like a Jesper Voxnaes sort of knife. So Jesper Voxnaes, he kind of has like that similar like little pill-shaped sort of thing here along with this, but this is actually not made by Jesper Voxnaes. It is just, it's just not. For size comparison, the only thing I can really compare this to, because this is a really small knife, is probably the Baby Banter. And this is probably the closest. Now, if I had to be brutally honest, I think the Baby Banter is a more useful knife than this. But this knife is actually really cheap. You can find this for $26. Now, in terms of ergonomics, they are very good. Again, I just keep gravitating to these knives that it just has really, really good ergonomics. However, the one knock of this knife, there's a few knocks of this knife. The one thing is it's actually kind of heavy for its size. So it's around 3 ounces. Yeah, it's about 2.9 ounces. And considering its size to weight, there are other knives that actually weigh a lot less that have more blade, and I would argue are more useful. So like something like the Civivi Altis, yeah, it's about like 3 ounces. So, and I'd argue this is a much more like useful knife versus this is very like, I just bought it because it looks cool. The other thing too that I've noticed is that this is a pretty bad clip in the back. Like it's just so stiff. Like I can't even no matter how much pressure I put on it, I can't bring it out. So that to me is like a useless and a bad sort of clip on it. And I would just probably consider removing it out. They always say a saying when it comes to money. Would you rather have the money or would you rather have the item? So the money is about $26. The knife is about, what would you rather have? And I'm like, yeah, I'd rather have the knife. I think it looks pretty cool. Like it has I could see this being like a pretty cool like boxing opener and things like that. And it just looks better than your typical, I think the alternative that you might consider is the Cold Steel Tough Light, which a lot of people in the knife community know about. And I think this is just like a heavier, better looking version of it. It looks nice. If I had to it really does look nice. But it's just not the most useful per se, but I think I'd rather have it because it's $26. So that's all I got to say. All right, you guys have a great one. All right, bye.